Fertility is a team sport for a reason. And I often get asked, how long does it take to improve sperm quality? The reality is that even if you've been told you have super sperm and you as a couple are not yet being taking home baby pregnant or taking home the healthy baby that you absolutely want to, it means that there is more that needs to be done, and that ultimately is what it comes down to. A sperm cycle is around 3.5 months. Unfortunately, many couples that I see are not tested fully and completely. A standard general semen analysis is not often enough to really be able to say, even when the count is high, to be able to say that yes, this is exactly the only thing that we need to look at in terms of male factor, and it's all well and done. The reality also is that for the most part, DNA fragmentation is left to chance. If we don't know, the quality of the sperm on paper might be fantastic. The count might be high, it swims okay, it's shaped adequately. But if the contents, if the DNA of the sperm is not as good quality as it could be, as it's measured by DNA fragmentation, then the quality of sperm is reduced no matter how much those other parameters are actually okay. The other factor that we need to take into account is silent infections. And silent infections are a major issue when it comes to sperm. We actually conducted a meta-analysis here in the clinic that's under review for being published. And what it demonstrated is that women who have a history of bacterial vaginosis had partners with decreased sperm health and parameters as a result of those silent bacterial overgrowth. Not so much an infection as such officially, but certainly it makes a very big difference in terms of sperm. So how long does it take to optimize sperm is a very big question. It depends on what tests have been done to figure out what are the areas that need to be improved, and specifically what kind of improvement do we need to see. I've had patients who have come to me with 0.2 million sperm per mil and be treated in the program for a 9 to 12 month period and get to 52 million. So the reality is that it depends on what we're trying to figure out. What are we trying to change? What are we trying to improve? The key takeaway from this conversation is that doing what you are currently doing may need to change if we are looking at semen and sperm in a different way. And sometimes even questioning, what does normal actually mean? Because I'll be honest, I've had patients come to me with semen analysis that I look at and I go, this is never going to be enough to affect a natural conception, but that an IVF doctor said, oh yeah, this is good. And the reason that the conversation is so different is because from the perspective of IVF, we can take one sperm and put it into the egg. It doesn't mean that we're going to end up with a healthy baby at the end of it. And in fact, most of the cases, of that happening, it doesn't happen straight away anyway. But the reality is that there's different paradigms that are being compared in those two statements. And that's also important for understanding whether what is being said is actually accurate from your specific situation. So be aware that just because you're told everything is normal, the true marker of everything being normal is you holding your healthy baby in your arms. That's the true marker. Anything that deviates from that tells me that, okay, there is more that we need to understand about the situation in order to be able to make changes. So how do you improve sperm parameters? And I know that this is a 5-minute segment, so we need to get on with it. And I'm going to leave you with one key concept and key idea, which is act pregnant now to get pregnant later. And yes, if you are a man and you're watching this, it means you too, because right now you are already carrying within you 50% of that little baby that you want to create. So if you could imagine yourself being pregnant and holding your beautiful healthy baby within you right now, what does it mean? What are the things that you would start doing or stop doing to give your baby the best possible start in life? And I know that it's a completely different way of thinking of this issue or about this issue, but really it's the best way to really guide you as to the types of changes and adjustments that you may want to make to be able to hold the healthy baby of your dreams in your arms sooner. Until next time, bye for now.